Start.
Hello, myself Dr. M.K. Gokru, Department Mathematics, Government College Ajmer. Yesterday, we defined the group in three different ways. That is alternative definitions of the group. So till now, we defined group, we defined its simple properties and alternative definitions of the group. Now today I will take some examples of the group, some important results also. First, a group is abelian. Group, we are given a group, say this is a group, it is abelian. It is abelian if the A belongs to A belongs to G, if A belongs to G and A square is equal to identity, then it will be abelian. This will be abelian group. This is the result which we can prove in a simple manner. If every element of G is its inverse, again, second, every element of G is its own inverse. Say A is any element of G and A inverse, if A inverse also belongs to A belongs to G, A inverse belongs to G, and every element of G is its own inverse, means A is A inverse, A is equal to A inverse, means we ultimately final result will be A square is equal to identity. If A square is equal to identity, then from this result we can say it is abelian. So these are the simple results. Third one, if A and B are two elements and A and B belongs to G and AB square is equal to AB, then it will be A square B square. A square B square, then it will be abelian. So these three are the results for abelian group. We can easily prove them, but the results are important for us for our further study. Every group of order 3, every group of order 3 is abelian. This is one result. Second, every group of order 4 is abelian. Let us take this, let us prove this one. Say a group G having the elements A, B, E, A, B, C, E, A, B and C, and the operation is say this one. Then complete the table E, A, B, C, E, A, B and C. We'll get E is the identity element for this group. Since it is a group, E is identity element for this group, then this will be E, A, B and C. A square, AB and AC, BE means B, BA, B square and BC, CA, CB, C square. So from this table we can see that this is symmetric about leading diagonal, therefore it will be abelian, but we should prove this one by taking some one or two or three results we should prove. So let us take one thing, that every row contains each of the elements of the group. So there is, for this row, A is here, these three elements should be E, B, C. A is already here, so these three elements should be E, B and C. So let us focus on this element AB. So AB may be E, B and C. AB, E, B, C. May be any one of these three. So let us evaluate the possibilities. AB, if AB is equal to B, then from the inverse law we can prove that A is equal to identity, which is not equal. So AB is not equal to B. This possibility crosses. So now the remaining possibilities is AB is equal to E, either E or AB is equal to C. Now again focus on this element BA. In this BA must be B in this row. B is here, so this may be any one of E, A and C. E, A, C. If BA is equal to now let us evaluate the possibilities of BAB. If BA is equal to A, then naturally this implies B is equal to identity, which is not possible. So this possibility cancels out. So from these two results, we can easily find that AB is equal to A. If AB is equal to E, then this will be AB. BA will also be equal to E. BA will also be equal to. If AB is equal to C, then BA is also C. From these two results, we can see that AB is equal to BA. In similar fashion, we can prove the other results also. So we can say this is AB is equal to BA, means the commutative property holds good. So in this case, commutative property holds good. We can say every group of order 3 in the similar way, every group of order 3 can also be proved that it is abelian, and every group of order 4 is an abelian group. Now, when we define, initially when I defined the left identity, left inverse, right inverse, at that time I simply defined that, but today I am giving the example of left identity, left inverse, right identity, right inverse. If left identity exists for a non-empty set along with binary operation, it does not meaning that for a non-empty set, G and binary operation say star, binary operation star. Let us focus on a simple example of matrix. Matrix 2 by 2 matrix. Say this is a matrix. A and B 0 0 is a matrix of 2 by 2. If we take 1x 0, 0 and another matrix, multiplication of these two matrices will give us 1x A0 A, 1x B0 B, 0, 0, 0 and 0. So what we see here, that this is the left identity for this matrix, and for any value of x, for different values of x, x may take any value. So these are the number of left identities. Number of left identities exist here, but for this A, B, 0, 0, right identity is 1, 0, 0, 1, A, B, 1, this is equal to A, 0, B, 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 and 0, 0. So this is your right identity for this one. But we see that left identity is not equal to right identity in this case. So if we are given a group, in a group, left identity is equal to right identity ID always. But if it is not a group, it is simply non-empty set along with binary operation, then left identity, number of left identities may exist, number of right identities may exist, but left identity may or may not be equal to right identity. In this way we can see that left identities and right identity, similarly left inverse and right inverse, we can prove similar results. So some important examples that I have completed yet. Now let us define some more things about the group. Integral power of an element. Integral power of an element of a group. Say A belongs to G. G is a group. Then integral power A raised to the power 1, A raised to the power 2, A raised to the power 3. These are A raised to the power n may take any value. These are the integral power of any element in a group. If AR is integral power of an element A and AS is another integral power of A, then AR into AS can be written as AR plus S, and AR raised to the power S can be written as A raised to the power RS. What will they give us? They give us the important definition, important ideas about the order of an element. We earlier we defined the order of the group. What is the order of the group? Number of distinct elements in a group are known as order of the group. Number of distinct elements in a group are the order of the group. Is the order of the group. And if A is any element of G, then now we define order of an element. Order of an element. A belongs to G. Then we can find the integral power of A as A1, A2, A3, AR, etc. When its first power, second power, third power and so on, when we will get first time, suppose in nth power we get the identity. This is the first time when we get the integral power of A gives us the identity, then this is known as order of A is equal to n. This is the first time. It means the minimum lowest term, lowest value of n gives us the order of this element. The first time we get the order n. Let us try to understand this thing with an example. We already defined a group in this way: 4th root of unity minus iota and multiplication and operation. Then integral power of 1. Let us try to find the order of these elements. Order 1 raised to the power 1 is equal to 1, and it is identity, so order of 1 is equal to 1. Now minus 1 square will give us the identity. The first time gives us the identity, so order of minus 1 will be equal to 2, and iota raised to the power 4 gives us the identity for the first time, so its order of minus iota will be equal to 4, and order of iota is 4, and order of minus iota for the first time gives us the 4th power gives us the identity, so order of minus iota is again 4. This example gives us very basic knowledge about the integral about the order of an element of the group. So here we see that order A is any element, say A is iota, then order of A is 1. If I take A iota raised to the power 8, then again it will be 1. Iota raised to the power 12, it is again 1. Iota raised to the power 16, it is 1. So iota raised to the power 4 is equal to 1. So this 4 is the lowest one. No integer less than 4 gives us the identity. So it is the lowest one. Therefore it is it gives us the idea of order of the group. So I can write order of the group is the lowest value of n, which gives us the order. Thus we can define the order of the element of a group. Now this gives us very important idea about the order of element, gives us very important results. Some important result to understand the order of the element of a group, we prove one by one some important results. Let us prove one by one. If order, these are the theorems. If order, theorem 1, if order of an element of a group is n, order of an element, say A belongs to G, then order of A is given to Sn. Order of A is given to us to be n. Then any integer power, so that A raised to the power m, we have to show A raised to the power m is equal to identity. A raised to the power m is equal to identity if and only if m is a multiple of n. And m should be the multiple of n. This result can easily be seen from here. This result easily can be verified from this result, but logically we have to prove all these results. So in this theorem we are given order of A is equal to n, and if A raised to the power m is equal to identity, then we have to prove this one. That is, necessary condition is that if a raised to the power order of a is equal to n, it means we are given a n is equal to identity, and it is given a m is equal to identity. It is given a m is equal to identity. Thus, we have to prove m is, we have to, this should be m is equal to nq. This we have to prove. And for sufficient condition, if this is given, then we have to prove this one. So let us start. Let us start with to prove that n is equal to m is equal to nq. M is equal to nq. In order to prove this result, let us start with this. If m is greater than or equal to n. Since order of a is n, it means n is the lowest one. N is the lowest one, and let us take m is greater than or equal to n. If m is equal to, first case, if m is equal to n, then it is obvious. In this case, we took iota raised to the power 4 is equal to 1, iota raised to the power 8 is equal to 1, iota raised to the power 12 is equal to 1, etc. If I take m is equal to n, means m is equal to 4, n is equal to 4, then the result is obvious one. Second, if m is greater than n, for this, if I take m is equal to say 17, okay, m is equal to 17, and n is equal to, obviously n is equal to 4 in this case, n is equal to 4 in this case. So n is equal to 17, then I can write by division algorithm, I can write n is equal to nq plus r, where r, what is r? R lies between 0 and n. In this case, if I see in this, for this case, then r will be equal to 1. 17 can be written as 4 into 4 plus 1. So this is your n, this is your q, and this is your r. 17 can be written as this one. So m is equal to nq plus r. Now a raised to the power n is given as identity. E is equal to a raised to the power nq plus r. This I can write a raised to the power n whole raised to the power q plus into a raised to the power r. This I can write a raised to the power n is nothing but identity raised to the power q, a raised to the power r. This is equal to a raised to the power r. Identity raised to the power q is identity, so it is a raised to the power r. But from here we see that r is less than n, and if r is less than n is equal to identity, it is only when, it is possible only when r takes the value 0. So if r is equal to 0 here, then m is equal to nq. This what we want to prove. And for sufficient condition, if m is equal to nq, then naturally a raised to power m, a raised to power nq, a raised to power n whole raised to power q is equal to identity. I write straightforward identity. So thus we can say, if order of an element A in group G is n, then any integral power of m, any integral power of A gives us identity only when m is multiple of n. That's all. Thank you.